In my last video, I talked about the possibility of Trump resigning and giving JD Vance the last 1 year or 2 years of his term in exchange for a presidential pardon. I talked about the way how Donald Trump's situation is similar to Richard Nixon. In 1972, Richard Nixon was going through the Watergate scandal, and then he won his re-election bid against John McGovern. And then he resigned in 1974 and gave the last 2 years of his term to his vice president Gerald Ford in exchange for a presidential pardon. I talked about how Trump can do the same. He can give JD Vance the last 2 years or 1 year of his term in exchange for a presidential pardon, so that way, when he leaves office, he doesn't get prosecuted for his alleged crime to try to steal the 2020 election. Um, but in this scenario, if Donald Trump decided to serve all 4 years, I think I think JD Vance should sit this one out in 2028. Barack Obama was the first black president in 2008. In the last three elections, Donald Trump defeated two women and prevented them from potentially becoming the first female presidents, Hillary Clinton in 2016 and Kamala Harris in 2024. Um, Bill Clinton said the first female president would likely be a Republican. Candace Owens could well become the first female president because it's like Trump laid the groundwork for her to potentially become the first female president because he defeated two female in two elections. So his legacy could be, I took down two female to pave a way for Candace Owens to become the first female president. So, in my opinion, I think JD Vance should sit this one out in 2028 and then let Candace Owens win the nomination and potentially become the first female president. The question I ask myself is, will the crew at the Daily Wire support her if she was the Republican nominee in 2028? They had the fallout in 2024. She got fired by the Daily Wire, and they pretty much all unfollowed each other on X if you check the Twitter account. So would they all reconcile and invite her in the show to have an interview if she was the nominee, if she was a Republican nominee in 2028? These are the questions I ask myself.